Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Chris Parrott. I am the founder of Team BusyFit, and I am here to talk to you guys about my experience with getting selected for the Ultimate Portion Fix Test Pilot. And so I want to just share a little bit about my background first to kind of frame up why I needed to get selected for this program so badly. And so I think a lot of you can relate to this. So back 5 years ago when when Portion Fix, 21 Day Fix first came out, I had been exercising and not really seeing the results, like not losing the weight. And I had tried if the diet was on a magazine cover, I tried it. Pills, powders, magic, quick fixes, you name it, I had tried it. So I had this whole graveyard, if you will, of programs that just had never worked for me. I'd lose the weight, I'd gain it back. I'd lose the weight, I'd gain it back. You guys know the cycle. And so I had finally found the Portion Fix, and it was fantastic because, it gave you got to eat your carbs, you got to drink your wine. I was like, all right, I'm in. Like, let's do this program. And I did it. I had fantastic results with it. I followed this program for 4 years. I lost 70 pounds. I kept it off. I enjoyed the lifestyle. And I enjoyed it until I didn't. And that's really important because in late 2017 and then into 2018, I started having some issues with my health, like some undiagnosed pains that were happening. Couldn't figure that out. I was having a bad situation at work. And then as a coach, my team was falling apart. And I just it was the trifecta, and just one thing after another happened. And I was spiraling, and it triggered my depression, and it triggered a lot of anxiety for me. And suddenly, this program that I had followed for so long just wasn't working for me. So all of the emotional eating, the binge eating, lots of drinking had come up again. And so the weight started to come back on. And that program, I just wasn't strong enough to follow at the time. And I wasn't mentally prepared for all of the rough patches that I was going to be going through. It was a very long, rough patch. And at some point, so finally at the end of 2018, you make that decision to finally crawl out, right? And I made that decision. I was going to start with the 21 Day Fix and start with the portion control containers all over again. It was back to the basics. I knew they worked. I just had to get myself back there, right? And so this whole time, with everything that happened, this whole rough patch that I went through, I never quit coaching. I don't know why, to be honest with you, but I never quit. And I now understand why, because in January, I got that notice that I was selected for the Ultimate Portion Fix Test Pilot. And I'll tell you what, y'all, I cried. I'm not a big crier, but I cried because I just needed that. I've never been selected for a coach test pilot before. And it happened to be the pilot for the program that at the time I thought was just the containers repackaged again. And so I didn't care what Ultimate Portion Fix was. It was the containers, and I knew it, and it was autumn. And if you guys have never done an autumn program before, there is not a trainer out there that works harder for you to get your results in your mind, your body, and your nutrition. She works for it all for you and just provides these amazing solutions. And so as soon as we got into the test group, I said a little prayer, and I said, please just let this program address all of the issues that I have had with food, all of the emotional issues I had surrounding this. And I tell you what, from day one, it did. Autumn asked us, for those of you that have followed the containers, why did you stop? And I had to stop and think about it for a second. And I said, honestly, I wasn't strong enough to follow a program. I was given a program, and when it got tough, I couldn't follow it anymore. I wasn't mentally prepared to do it. I didn't understand why I needed to continue to do this for my body. And it was easier for me to turn to food and to turn to alcohol than it was to face everything else that was going on. That was my comfort area. And she said, yeah, I know. I've been talking to people for the last 5 years and gaining this research, and knew that we had to do something more than just a program. Here's a program, follow it. You needed to start to understand the nutrition. You had to understand the why, the how of your nutrition, and why you wanted this for your body. And I'm not kidding you. It's a 30-day program that we went through, and it's broken down so well. They've taken the science of it, they've taken this complex nutrition stuff and have broken it down so well, so concise, that the everyday person like myself, who is not a nutrition expert, understands it. I finally understood why I was making the choices I would, breaking some emotional ties that I was having, to food, recognizing that, making very conscientious decisions with my nutrition. And I tell you what, it was such a mind-blowing experience. And it's not just because it was in a test group, but it was because it was just, I went in with open eyes and open ears and willing to learn, and they taught it to you. And in that 30 days, I lost 11.6 pounds. Yes, I'm counting that 0.6, but I lost 11.6 pounds, and it was the best weight loss I have ever felt in my life, because I was making all of these choices, even in situations where I knew traditionally I would maybe default or we cheat or anything else like that. And I wasn't doing that. I didn't want to. I very purposefully chose when I was going to indulge, and when I was not going to. And I didn't feel deprived at all. I never felt like I was missing out. And it just totally blew my mind at what a quality product that this was. And it's not just the containers. Yes, the quality of these just continue to amaze me when all of that happens. And another highlight that I want to make on Ultimate Portion Fix is that this has always been mom's diet. Like mom's, even though if I would say lifestyle, it would always be like, oh, those are mom's containers, or that's mom can't eat this, or mom's gonna not eat that. And I always tried to make it like, yes, this is a choice, and this is great. But Autumn has taken the program now and has expanded it to family. So there's Family Fix in there. And I'll tell you what, for as hard as I have tried to get my kids to eat well, or to think I was doing a good job eating or doing this or doing that, it was a really eye-opening experience for me of how much work I needed to do and how much parenting I needed to be doing. So guys, if you've ever said my kids don't come with a parenting manual, which is totally true, this is your parenting manual for nutrition for your kids. Like they lay it out so it's easy, it's fun. They almost don't even realize that they're playing. They just know that they're playing with food and they're shopping and they're doing all the things. But it was such a great experience for not just me, for my family. So everybody is starting to get in on this. And I think that is so monumental to start addressing our children, so that they don't have the same kind of nutrition issues, and they don't ever have to suffer from the same kind of problems that I did with my food. And I am so excited about that. And I feel so renewed and rejuvenated and ready to just like take on the world when it comes to nutrition. Like how I look at problems now, it's just expanding everywhere, and how it's affecting. And this is my favorite sweater that was not fitting for the longest time, and I get to wear it again. So I am so excited about that. So if you've got any questions, go ahead, just drop it below. I love answering questions about this program, and please, I look forward to seeing all of you start with this and seeing all of your results as well. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.